I too rise to speak on the motion and thank the Chair and different colleagues for being for the forbearance and allowing us back in. We were late for a slot for some reason or other. I don't know what happened. I was watching it. But anyway, Sinn look, the situation regarding it, follow on from Deputy Healy-Way says about Sinn Féin and the objections and whatever, but they're all tied in. Sinn Féin, while they espouse and listen to Deputy O'Brien all the time, housing for all and all the ideas, and I sat on the housing committee for 5 years. It was the most difficult 5 years I ever spent, because talk is great and talk is cheap. But the problem is now, and I said it in an earlier debate, that even though we're building the houses, control has gone away from the local authorities, gone away from the people. I want to first of all to salute a local builder in my own area, Michael Flannery, who's done a lot of building and a lot of one-off and a lot of small extensions, and now building schemes of houses. Good, young, hard-working, energetic man. I had many around him over different issues, planning and everything else, but he's a worker. And he took to the airwaves last week with Fran Curry and Tip FM, and he made a whole pile of sense. And Fran Curry was very good to listen to him and engage with him. And he put it out there, the problems, the blockages, the bureaucracy, the blockages, the objections, the costs, why we're not building houses. And he's building houses, in fair to him. And we can't demonise all small builders and builders out there as developers. He's a small developer, you could call him, I suppose, but he's needed. They're necessary. We always had them. They were encouraged. But now bureaucracy. We have the Office of the Planning Director, we have the EPA, and we have also, as I said, Van Diemen's Land, Board Penala. The utter scandal that has been Board Penala in the last 10 years, or maybe that longer, and that things have come to light now, is shocking. And the amount of serial objectors, yes, but to build a house now, to get going, and I do welcome the waiver of the planning charges for this 12-month period or whatever, but a lot of people got caught each side of it, but that's the way all schemes will have finite times, I suppose. But Michael put it there quite clearly. It's great to hear from a man, that's in the business. Like, he has to face with everything else. And we think we're great here in this house. We'll say, well, we increased the minimum wage. Oh, we've extra bank holidays. St. Bridget's Law, fail or breed. And we're going to have more of them. And we're on board. And then we have the extra sick pay. And then we have the extra. And I'm an anti-worker. We have 25 employees. My own company should declare that. I'm not an anti-worker at all. We have a good relationship with them. And then we have the paternity leave. And we want to have this 5 days now introduced again in a blaze of glory for domestic, I don't know what's the right terminology, 5 days again. How is any small builder, any employer going to continue working their way? It's just not possible. And all the health and safety has been brought in. Some of it necessary, but it's over the top completely. And you have legions of fellas going around now with briefcases, and women, that are inspectors of this, of that and the other. And they couldn't lay a block upon a block, or they couldn't draw a picture of a block upon a block. But they know everything. And they penalise the employers who are trying to be the providers, the enablers. And then what does the government do when they deal with the pyrite and deal with, and I said this earlier, deal with the mica? Instead of penalising CRH, that company has been found guilty of crimes all over the world, and 100 million fined in some countries. And here we know, not at all, because Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are in their pockets for decades. Ask Seamus May Concrete about that. He'll tell you, and the court case going on, fight for justice for 30 years. We put a levy on the concrete, on the meter concrete, and on the block, to drive up the cost of houses again, instead of dealing with the problem. So we have a problem of bureaucracy, and I have to say corruption. And I have to say what's happening there in that situation, and many other situations. And then 85 or 90% of the apartments, and they're all involved in the figures that you're quoting tonight, Minister, and Minister Darrell O'Brien's quoting, of new staff last year, new homes, all bought up by vulture funds. To hell with the Irish people. Well, they're all bought up by them, so it's fictitious. That's why we have so many people homeless. And then we have the situation where on Tashka, your Feather friends, not Feather friends, sorry, Hail Weather, Fine Weather friends, who are serial objectors to everything else. We saw the factory in Canada, but they're anti-business, they're anti-people getting homes, because they're all well here. They came down to the North Tip, to the lovely lake there in Killarney, opposite Killarney, built all fine houses hanging into the lake. And now they're perched there like an eagle. If anybody else, the hawk come, they'll pick them out, throw them into the sea. Because I'm all right, Jack, to hell with the ordinary people. And the local people want to build now in that vicinity. No, they're there, up in their fine big mansions, well paid, well heeled. And Tasca should be disbanded. Now, they did do work with the tidy towns and other things, the initiatives they have, but as far as the legions of them there, well heeled, well paid, members of the judiciary and associated with them and everything else, and know all the avenues, and stopping people providing their own homes. It's time that we dim out all these well-heeled organisations, allow people who want to build their own houses, allow people who can build their own houses, allow people the wherewithal to build their own houses, and not have all this inside in a big heap of mess, and we've nothing on the purse. Go on,